dokey. I'm gonna do a little test on the 500 here. Hopefully I don't break anything. Get through this little village first. Obey the speed limit. Hello. Buenas. Really starting to like this bike a lot. The way this thing handles and it tracks in the corners. It's got such a small frame. It's got such a small frame to it, so it turns extremely well. It's so planted. It's just so much confidence inspiring. But suspension is a major downfall. I've put heavier fork oil in this thing, and added like another 30-40 cc's to it. I mean, it helped the front end a little bit, but the rear, that's the kind of shit you gotta check up on, otherwise you're gonna break stuff. But as you can see, this little thing for a $7,200 bike, I mean, it's fucking phenomenal. Gotta watch out for locals. Put an $800 shock on here from Tortec, which is really a big disappointment. It's really not that great. There's no high-speed compression in this shock. We're totally cranked in on a middleweight spring that supposedly is going to hold some more luggage, but we are completely cranked in on rebound. Completely cranked in on rebound and the spring. So the shock is pretty much tapped, and it's really a pile of shit. Should have spent the extra $500 on the shock, which I think brings it to like $1,400. But it, because at least that has, the other upgrade has high-speed compression. Because this thing, any little G-out or anything that is an inkling of high speed on the rear is just really bad. Woo! Didn't really expect too many people out here, but we are in Colombia. These are their roads. Woo! Little head twist there. That means hello in Colombia. Now the motor. This motor is fantastic. I could not ask for a better motor for these long-term conditions. I mean, it is just so easy to ride. It's so much fun. It doesn't have any traction control. All that bullshit that's back in the States. This is just a motorcycle. Disconnected the ABS fuse. It has nothing. There's no bells. There's no whistles. It's got a throttle, which you have a tendency to stretch the throttle cable. But as you can see, this little thing can go, man. And I really, my friend Phil Carlin asked me, he's like, so do you regret? Ooh, that's bad. See, you hear that? That was the rear. My friend Phil Carlin asked me, he's like, did you regret your decision going with the little Hondas for this really long trip? And that answer is no. I mean, yeah, the suspension's compromised a little bit, but this kind of riding, that's literally maybe 1 or 2% of the big picture. This thing on the highway, 85 miles an hour, fantastic wind protection. There's no buffeting. There's no nothing. It's not like a freaking orange KTM that buffets the shit out of your head like my 790s. I can't ride that bike on the street for longer than 2 or 3 hours. But this little guy, should I say little girl? fucking awesome. You gotta be super, super smooth on what you pick as far as lines go. You have to check up here a little bit. So you really, really gotta look ahead, because you're not, woo! Standing up is super critical. And get over the bars. It really has a dirt bike stance to it, which I absolutely friggin' love. I also had somebody, very famous dirt bike guy named Taylor Roberts. Some of you guys might know that guy. But he asked me, why not a KLR? And you know what? KLR does not have the street prowess of this bike with the 19 and 17 rear. It just can't even compare to this thing. This is about 58 horsepower. KLR, I think, is like 39 or 40 or something. But it's an 1821. So on the street, it's extremely compromised. Where this on the street, I'll do another video with really ripping it up on the street. But for right now, that was a little bit of a test on the dirt. Thank you and have a nice day.